As we are observing the International Migrants Day 2020, all of us are reminded by the disproportionate impact COVID-19 had on migrant workers this year globally. The Sri Lankan migrant workers are no exception. This year, the migrant workers, many of the migrant workers who are mostly concentrated in the GCC region, have lost their jobs, the difficult living conditions, and also the restricted mobility combined by the anxiety of the families left behind has impacted them psychologically, socially, economically. They are very much challenged, and we have a responsibility to take care of them. If we look from the government's perspective, all the member states of the United Nations are now empowered with the Global Compact for Safe, Orderly and Regular Migration, which provides an effective framework for international cooperation in the governance of international migration. There are a lot of dialogues that is happening between the labor sending and receiving countries. And if we look from the Sri Lankan perspective, the government of Sri Lanka has been very active in repatriation of the migrant workers who are stranded at different countries, with over 50,000 migrant workers brought back to the country so far. And the government is now putting plans and has created a sort of national response plan to make sure the safety, safe return and reintegration of the migrant workers. Currently, if we look from the Sri Lankan perspective, the key areas of focus that the government and the international community are looking at is to ensure safe and dignified return, as well as a sustainable reintegration of these migrant workers, availability and flexibility of pathways for regular migration once the borders open, international borders open for remigration with appropriate skill levels, and also ensuring the options for faster, cheaper and safer transfer of remittances by the migrant workers. IOM and the United Nations Migration Network in Sri Lanka is extremely happy and obliged with the commitment and support that we have received from the government of Sri Lanka, despite their strong engagement in fighting the COVID-19 pandemic. The government has really come up with their concerns and initiatives for ensuring the safety of the migrant workers from Sri Lanka, especially in different destination countries, through various means of interventions. We hope that the UN Migration Network will be of assistance and support to the government in its efforts to ensuring the safety and dignity of migrant workers. Please join us creating an environment where migrants are treated equally and with dignity throughout the migration cycle. Thank you very much, and we really solicit your cooperation for ensuring safe, orderly and regular migration from and to Sri Lanka. Thank you.